I haven't done a Trans World Sports video for a while, so we're going to go to South Africa for Jukskei. I have no idea what it is, how you play it, so let's check out this video to find out. I hope you enjoy. If you do, like and subscribe. Let's go. Well, that is a
Pretoria, the administrative capital of South Africa. To the south of the city, on Monument Hill, stands the Voortrekker Monument. Inside, the world's largest marble frieze depicts 19th century mass migration from the British-controlled Cape Colonies to settlements in the northeast of this land.
I can tell you it doesn't look very pleasant of a commute.
Aside from founding the Boer republics, which now form 5 of the 9 provinces of modern-day South Africa, those Afrikaners on their great trek brought with them the sport of Jukskei.
It's a family sport. The origins of Jukskei lie with the trekkers in their ox wagons. Jukskei was a way for families to play and take part in something fun together.
What I love actually about these Trans World Sports videos, and actually I do wish more people would watch them, but you know, the YouTube algorithm, what I really love about them is it goes into more detail. It talks about the history, how it came about, and I think that adds to knowing about the sport. You know, why they play it, you know, what reason did they even come about creating this sport, and it really adds to the story, I suppose.
It's thought that the game can be traced back to the 1730s, when it was invented by transport drivers delivering timber used in the construction of Cape Town's fort. Jukskei only became official in 1939, when the sport's first governing body was founded and a set of rules drawn up. Its name derives from the Afrikaans for the yoke of the ox wagon, the juk, which is placed in the ground as the target. The pin, the object that's thrown, is called a skei. The distance between a thrower and the target depends upon age and gender and ranges from 11 to 16 meters.
It's a game of skill, and it's very important to have good coordination. I think Jukskei is one of the most strategic sports there is.
Whoa! Remember, I'm a bowls player. That's more strategic, surely. This just looks like a game where you've got to throw some wood at another wood and knock it down. Let's find out if it is.
For a player to be able to both aim and throw the skei over such a long distance with control takes a lot of practice and coordination.
One of the sport's greatest exponents is Elna van den Berg. She took up Jukskei at the age of 7 and is now South Africa's most capped player, male or female.
It's great because it's always a challenge. Jukskei is not an easy sport. You always have to give your best, and that's what makes it fun. I really like it.
I'm interested to know what language they're speaking. I'm sure someone will tell me, but yeah, what language are they speaking?
The game is also played in Namibia and Zimbabwe, where its roots go back over 50 years. While international matches do take place, the sport is primarily a club and provincial affair. The Jukskei National Championships, the highlight of the Jukskei calendar, take place each year in the town of Kroonstad.
It's a very sociable sport, and it's great for meeting people. Being able to form friendships with people from all across the country is one of the best things about Jukskei.
Matches are played in either pairs, threes, or teams of 4, and the aim is to be the first to score exactly 23 points. Each player throws 2 skies. Landing it within a radius of 18 inches of the yuk scores 1 point, while knocking it over is worth 3. However, if your opponent also knocks over the yuk, then the 3 points are cancelled out.
It seems very, actually, although a slightly different concept of throwing, it does actually seem very similar to lawn bowls that I play. The scoring, I suppose, it's trying to get as close as possible. Actually, it looks like a fun game to play.
If a player exceeds the 23 points, then their total reverts to 0. Historically, games used to last for days. Rumour has it that the longest took 4. But now matches have a time limit of 45 minutes. However, time is not the main concern for the Jukskei players of today.
The problem is that this is not a sport that generates an income. In rugby, soccer and cricket, spectators pay to watch the games. We don't have that. All the money we need is generated through player donations.
In 2001, Jukskei was chosen by the South African government as one of 7 sports to be included in the Indigenous Games Project, a programme identifying traditional sports that needed to be encouraged and developed.
It's nice to see, actually, there are a variety of ages as well. Once again, similar to lawn bowls. Yes, there's a lot of maybe retired people, but there are still some younger people, and that's always the challenge, trying to get younger people to play a sport that is traditionally seen as maybe a retirement sport. That's always the challenge, and yeah, it'd be interesting to know how they get younger people to play.
Jukskei's inclusion in the government's Indigenous programme has seen the game's popularity expand across all cultures. And while many see it as a game for old people, newcomers of all ages and backgrounds are challenging that stereotype by taking up the sport.
Certainly, I think I will play for a couple more years until I have to use a walking stick, because the bug has bitten me, and I really like Jukskei.
And I like it.
All I can say is that I'm sorry I discovered the game so late, because it's a great game, and you get to meet some good people.
I'm sorry I keep linking this to me playing bowls, but there just seems so many characteristics that can relate to each other, and I think it's the same thing. In bowls, a lot of people start when they retire, they have a little bit more time, and because it's seen as an old person sport, it's, sometimes that's when they think it's the right time. But imagine if more people...
There's no racism.
Imagine if more people took it up at a younger age, like myself, like my wife has. How much extra time you've got to become good, rather than only having maybe 20, 25 years after you retire, if that. But that's the challenge. That's the challenge, and I can see that's the challenge in this sport, getting young people involved early on.
Involved. It's like being part of a big family.
Having been around for over 250 years, and with the government attempting to safeguard the sport's future, what now for this traditional South African pastime?
We must work hard at getting the children to play, because they are the future of Jukskei. I mean, we are all getting older, and some of the players are getting too old to play. We must get the younger kids involved so it doesn't die out.
I don't necessarily agree with this, in the sense that the same thing is said in bowls. We must get young people playing, otherwise the game will die out. It doesn't work like that, because actually there's always people that are retiring and then they take it up. So that's not actually true. But once again, it's the same thing said in bowls. You don't rely on getting young people, teenagers and 20s and 30-year-olds playing. You don't need to, because there is always a constant supply of retired people. There you go, Jukskei. Have any of you South Africans played it? Because obviously I know I've got some subscribers from South Africa. Let me know. It looks like a fun sport. It looks like a sport that I would like to play, and yeah, it looks fun. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know down in the comments below, and I will catch you next time.